Hello, I'm Jim Demlin with Clark County Close-Up. Thank you both for meeting with us.
Thanks for having us.
Well, let's start with some background information. First, how do the offices of the assessor and treasurer work on property taxes and the senior exemption program?
Well, of course, most people know the assessor's office. We value property for the purpose of taxation. And so we're the ones that go out and value property for everyone every year. But under the state law, there is a program for low-income seniors. And so we manage that program. And of course, within our offices, we work very, very closely with the treasurer's office in managing both these programs. And so that's where we do the valuing and we do the management of the program.
And so really it's a partnership. We have a nice checks and balances. Once Peter in the assessor's office has verified and certified the tax roll, they hand that over to the treasurer's office, and it's our statutory responsibility to bill and collect all of the property taxes. And on the senior exemption and deferral program, we play a role in making sure once those applications are approved, if there are any adjustments that need to be made, we make sure that those refunds or bills are sent out accordingly. So it really is a really good balance between the assessor's office and the treasurer's office.
Okay, now we're going to get a little bit more into depth on the senior exemption property tax program. Now, first, it's in combination with Washington State. Clark County does manage the senior exemption program and tax deferral programs. Can you explain what are some of these programs?
Well, there's two main ones. The first one is the senior exemption program, which allows people to exempt they're exempt from some of their taxes based upon their income, and that's for anyone that's 61 years or older and currently has an income of less than $40,000 a year, or people that have disability, qualifying disability, or military disability. And so anyone that's on that program, depending on the different levels, they get different portions off on their taxes, and their values are also frozen.
Okay. Okay, and do they ever, you don't have to pay that back, for example, when you sell a house, so that's...
Oh, well, on the deferral program.
That's the deferral program.
There's
okay.
also a deferral program, and in that program, what it is you're actually borrowing money from the state to pay your property taxes. And so on the deferral program, when you're on the deferral program, those taxes do need to be paid back either when the homeowner passes by the estate or they sell the property.
Okay, so the exemption and the deferral programs. Okay. How does the county assist helping people to find out if they qualify?
Our two offices, as well as the auditor's office, all partner in making sure that the Joint Lobby and the Public Service Center is a resource for seniors that may have questions, as well as information if people have opportunity to get online and search the website. The assessor's office has a plethora of information available to seniors and the general public. But really, it's having the resources available via phone. So if any senior has a question about qualifying income or any of the requirements, they can call any of our three offices, and our staff are all trained to help kind of work through that process. And then, of course, handing them over to the professionals in the assessor's office that can walk them step by step through that application process. So really, it's internet, phone, or walk into our office, and we'll have resources available.
Okay. However, recently changes in state law raised the qualifying income levels for some of these programs. What were the changes?
Well, what is the biggest change was, and we've been fighting this for years, because one of the challenges has always been, we've talked about this before, Jim, $40,000 a year isn't the same in Clark County as it is in King County, as it is in Pacific County. And so this last year we worked with the legislature to actually get the income levels tied to the median income levels of a county. Okay. And it just so happens that Clark County has the third highest median income level in the state. And so I'm really happy to let everyone know that effective in January 2020, based upon your 2019 income for the senior exemption program, the new income level to qualify is $50,348 for the exemption. And for the deferral, it's $58,094. So
quite a jump.
Yeah, it is quite a jump.
Okay, and again, it's effective January 1.
Correct.
For your 2019 income.
Correct. And one of the other changes is that your military disability went from 100% to 80%. And so there will be more of our veterans that have been wounded that will be also eligible now for the program.
Okay. How will current participants in this program be impacted?
So we work collaboratively, as I mentioned before, in the joint lobby, and right now enrolled in the program are about 6,800 seniors,
6,800.
or persons with disabilities. Under the new income thresholds, we are projecting just over 16,000 potential citizens that could qualify. So as you can imagine, there is a very large increase. So I know Peter has been working hard trying to plan and come up with creative ways to make sure we don't get a huge backlog of applications. What we don't want to see is long wait times and having seniors waiting months in order to get their applications approved. So I know he's had discussions with the county manager about what we might be able to do to support that program. And our office, the treasurer's office, is also willing to take people who are trained to process those applications and provide them as a resource.
Okay.
So yeah, our office is expecting a lot of people to come in, almost 4 times the work we figured with the new applications next year. One of the things that's happening is those that are on the program, those at the lowest level, they're not going to see a change at all. Most of the other participants on the program are actually going to see a reduction in their assessed value as they change levels within the program. And those that were on the deferral program before, all of those people will now qualify for the senior exemption program. And so our office is going to have a lot of work going ahead. And of course, we're thankful that the treasurer's office and the auditor's office, we have cross-trained staff that is going to help us with it, but we are looking at, I say, about 4 times the work next year based upon the new income levels.
Now I'm going to throw a little curveball here with a question. So do you have to apply every year for this, for each program?
No, once you apply, you don't need apply for another 5 years.
Okay, so it's a 5-year period, so you wouldn't have that
And those
rush.
people that are already on the program, they're not going to need to apply for a new level. They'll just be automatically, we actually have already done it within the system, is change people to their levels based upon what their income level is. So we keep track of everyone's income level and then what level they are within the program.
Okay. Besides this show, how else are you going to be trying to reach out people who may qualify?
So we've made a commitment to be very aggressive in our public outreach. So as you said, we're kicking it off with this interview today. A press release will be going out this week that will be informing the public of the changes. Peter and I will personally be going to multiple organizations and associations and presenting. We'll probably break up and tackle as many as we can independently, but we're going to be at the county fair. We'll be hitting the Elks clubs, the senior centers, making sure information and flyers are at the libraries, making sure we get into the senior messenger, and using every available media sources that we can.
And people can apply now for next year?
No, because
Okay.
one of the things that you have to do in order to get ready is it's based upon your 2019 income.
Okay.
So the 2019 year has to finish first.
I see.
And so people will be able to start applying for the increased levels next year. Of course, if your income from prior years is $40,000 or less, you can still qualify for the program at this point, but the new income levels will not take effect until your 2019 income, which will impact your 2020 taxes.
And it's important to note, and some seniors may think that they'll be able to roll back to previous years and apply the new income levels, but it will start fresh on January 1 of 2020. So if someone's currently enrolled and they have an income that's over $40,000 and they just missed the mark of being qualified, it won't roll back into previous years.
Oh, okay. So if someone's watching this interview and think they may qualify, how should they proceed?
Well, the first thing to do is start getting your documents together for next year. Make sure you're getting in to see your CPA early. You're getting your tax documents together. Make sure if you have any prescriptions that you're keeping track of those receipts, and just using this time to get ready to come into our office so that when you come into our office that we can help people as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would encourage, as mentioned before, if there is additional information needed, please do call. We have our phones staffed with live associates and team members to help, and we'll also have additional information linked from both of our websites. So I'm sure you'll be able to put
Let's
that
go
on
ahead
the
and
screen.
we'll go on the screen so people can check the Department of Assessment, 360-397-2391, and then the website is clark.wa.gov/assessor.email, and then tax reduction at clark.wa.gov.
Yes.
Correct.
Is that all of the ones? Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have those all on screen.
And I would like to make a message for those seniors or other individuals that are low income or struggling in our community that may not qualify for this new program. I mean, we both are very supportive of these changes. We know there are thousands of individuals that really struggle to pay their property taxes. The new legislation that came out this year that our office and the treasurer's office worked on is having current year payment plans. So when your tax bills come out next year, if you apply and you don't qualify, we could help you get on a payment plan where it will freeze your interest and penalty. So we're going to make sure there are as many options available. But yeah, we're really excited about this senior exemption and deferral program.
Okay, anything else to add? Okay, well, thank you very much. It's an exciting program, and good luck with getting all those people signed up.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks for highlighting it.
Yes.